the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my heart. Like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my heart. Like the dew in the morning,
Like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my heart.
like the dew in the morning,
Like the dew in the morning,
gently rest,
gently rest upon my heart.
Oh, we say rest,
Rest, Spirit,
rest,
rest, Spirit, rest,
like the
Spirit,
dew in the
like
morning,
the dew in the morning.
rest,
Rest, Spirit,
oh,
rest, Spirit, rest, Spirit, rest, like the dew in the morning,
gently rest,
gently rest upon my heart.
like the dew in the morning,
Like the dew in the morning,
gently rest,
gently rest upon my heart.
oh, we say rest,
Rest, Spirit,
oh,
rain, Spirit, move,
like
Spirit,
the dew in the
like the
morning,
dew in the morning.
rest,
Rest, Spirit, rain, Spirit, move, Spirit,
oh yeah,
yes.
we say rest,
Rest, Spirit, rain, Spirit,
Spirit
move,
like
Spirit,
the dew in the
like the
morning,
dew in the
we
morning.
say rest,
Rest,
we
Spirit,
say rain,
rain, Spirit, move, Spirit, yes. Rest, rain, move, yes. Rest, rain, move, yes. Yes, like the dew in the morning,
Gently rest,
gently rest upon my heart.
like the dew in the morning,
Like the dew in the morning,
gently rest,
gently rest upon my heart.
it gently rests upon my
Gently
heart.
rest upon my
Oh,
heart.
gently rest upon my
Gently
heart.
rest upon my heart.
Thank you. There we go. Good morning, Unity of Omaha. I'm Susan Kimball, here to do announcements for you today. First of all, we're glad you're here, and I'm glad for fall. I love the cool, crisp mornings. How about you guys? Great. So first, be in the know. Sign up to receive our weekly e-newsletter. That's how you're going to know what's going on at Unity of Omaha. You want to make sure you stay up to date with what's going on, and you can email Vicki at unityofomaha.org to get on that email list. Also, join our Zoom chat 10 minutes after the service. And that's just a fun time to get together since we can't do it live right now. Let's try. Okay, there we go. And also, if you need prayer, you can just go to prayer@unityofomaha.org. There are prayer chaplains like myself that are ready to offer prayer for anything that you may need. Also, if Unity of Omaha supports you in your spiritual path, please make sure to donate. You can give gifts via mail, snail mail, or online, and just hit the donate button at unityofomaha.org or unityomaha.org, or you can send it to snail mail at 3424 North 90th Street, Omaha, 68134. So now let's go to our vision. Say it with me. In oneness with universal energy, we celebrate a world united in divine love. Really feel that. And we get there through our mission. Say this with me, please. We raise vibrational consciousness through creative teachings, positive prayer, and a nurturing community. Beautiful. And speaking of prayer, let's go to prayer now. I breathe in that divine source, allowing that light to go to every single cell of my body, infusing my heart with love. And I know that I am one with this amazing power, this love, this grace, and one with each and every one here in the sanctuary and with us online. We are all one. We are all connected, heart to heart. And I know that even though looking out the world may seem in turmoil, I know that every problem is solved with love. I allow that love into my heart. And when I see something out there that upsets me or angers me, I just let that go, let it flow away. And I focus on this beautiful place of love. A wonderful yogi of mine once said, love is what's left when you let go of everything else that you don't need. So I declare now that we allow everything else to just fall away and know that what is left is love. And when we approach others that we know are also divine children of God in this place of love, then we can unite our family, our friends, our community, our nation, the whole world. We have the power to create this unity. And I know for each one of us that we are out there doing that. And that is so amazing. Oh, and I am so grateful, so very grateful for that love of the divine that infuses me and allows that love to go from my heart to everyone around me. I am grateful for this amazing unity community, for each and every one of you. And I release these words knowing it is so, with ease, grace, love, and joy. And so it is.
Now we're going to ask everyone to stand for the Spirit Song.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come from living this thing called life? That's okay, you can clap. Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes within my being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God is, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes within my being. I am the place where God shows up. Sing out loud. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. We are the place. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. Everybody sing. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes within my being. I am the place where God shows up.
Awesome. Me again. So this month is about home. If I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any farther than my own backyard. Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And also from Dorothy. And it's so true of this wonderful community. There's no place like home.
This is a song that we hope you enjoy. Clap is new. Stand, even dance. Here we go. It's like you're looking through a telescope. You're gonna see we be
be a blessing to somebody else. And that can be your
It's
blessing.
your time. It's your time.
Hey.
Woo! Thank you, band. Thank you, Demora, Doc, and Tanya. Okay, I'm lost. Nothing looks familiar. Everything is different. I don't like this. I don't feel good. What's going on? This is a month about home. And Reverend Becky last week talked about what home was. It's that center inside of yourself. It's that place where you feel safe, where you feel your divinity. And how many times have we said that to ourselves? I'm lost. I don't feel right. This is unfamiliar. This is icky. How many times have we said that? Today I'm going to talk to you about the dark night of the soul and also what you can do to go home. Go home. Dark night of the soul. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's a term meaning your shadow side, a place in your life when you had a traumatic event happen, troubles, challenges. I really am starting to not dig the term dark night of the soul just because I don't like that. I would like to rather say bump in the road. A conflict. Something happened. It happened. It's that time in your life when you check into yourself and say, what am I doing? Why did this happen? What's going on? It's that time in your life when you're disconnected from home, from that center, from that being, from that knowing, that faith, that understanding. Many times, some people call it loss of faith. I've had many people in my life experience this, and I myself have experienced this. And one time was when I was in a dysfunctional relationship. Go figure. I mean, as you know, I'm in Al-Anon, and for those of you who don't know what Al-Anon is for people who have friends or family members who are alcoholics. So, of course, this was a part of my time when I was dating an alcoholic, because that's what I attract. And so he was supposed to come over. And of course, he did not. And there was no call, and there was no text, and there was no nothing. And that's when the wheels started spinning. Where is he at? What's he doing? La, la, la. I'm no good. You know, it goes from out here to in here. Many times when we're in those situations. And so it went from out here to all him to, I'm no good, I suck, nobody wants to be around me, nobody loves me, I think I'll go eat worms. And that night, ironically, I can't say that other word, ironically, there was a movie on the Hallmark Channel, I believe, about Lois, who was the founder of Al-Anon. Now, in Al-Anon, they teach, don't go running to to find out where your alcoholic is, Stay in your body. Pray, meditate, read literature. Do what you need to do to stay here, much like we teach in Unity. But of course, the obsession had started, going from there to here. And I thought it would be a perfectly okay idea to get in my car and find out where he's at. Because, why not? So I get in my car and I'm driving and, the committee's talking, I bet he's with her. I bet he's here. I bet he's drinking. I bet he's blah, 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 blah. And I'm driving and I'm freaking out. And it gets worse and worse and worse to a panic state. To a panic state. That is the situation. That is conflict. That's the dark night of the soul. That's a moment in time when I lost my way home, where I knew what to do, but I made a different choice. And I chose not to do that, not to do the healthy thing. I told myself my backup plan was to watch that movie on Hallmark about the person who started Al-Anon. And I chose not to do that. And while I'm driving, I hear that in my head. You're not doing the healthy thing. You're not doing the right thing. You should be at home. You should be watching that dumb movie that you thought you wanted to watch. You should be doing that. And I should all over myself. Right there. And in that moment in time, you could say that that moment in time, that was an Al-Anon slip, is what we call. With alcoholics, a slip is relapsing and drinking. But with Al-Anons, that was a slip because I was going back into old behaviors. How many times in Unity do we go back into old behaviors, to old thinking, to old habits, to old ways? How many times do we do that? Because it's comfortable, because we know our place there, because this is our role, because we know how to be there. But that's not what we teach. We teach, get out of your mind, go within, listen. Change your thoughts, change your feelings. That's what we teach. But sometimes we just don't make those choices that we know are good. We say, yeah. I tell other people in Unity to do that, but I'm not going to do that today. I don't feel like it. And that's okay. That's okay because that's what the dark night of the soul, conflict, that's what that teaches us, is this is what we don't want. We want to get back to the behavior we do want. We want to get back to the Unity teachings. We want to get back to I create my own reality. We want to get back to I am enough. I am divine. We want to get back to knowing that going within is the answer and praying is the answer. So in that moment in time when I'm obsessing, I hear that small, still voice, go home. Go home. And at that moment in time, I surrendered and I said, okay. I'll go home. Home, what is it for? Home is different for everyone. Your relationship with your higher power, your God, and I'm going to say God today just so I don't have to say God, source, universe, whatever it is. Y'all know that that's what I mean. I hope. I don't care what your God is. It's many paths. It's all paths. It's whatever works for you. So your relationship with God is your personal relationship, and whatever that is, that's home. I'm going to read from Dare to Believe from May Rowland. She was the director for many years of Silent Unity, way back when. And this is what she says. When Jesus said, I go to prepare a place for you, that's where I am. There ye may be also. We believe that he meant a place in consciousness. We believe that he meant a place where we are always conscious of the presence and the power of God working in and through us. A place where we know God is our help in every need. A place where we know God is our help in every need. Home. What can we do? What can we do when we lost our way home? I'll tell you what I did that night. I went home. And back then, I was single and had my own house, and I had a lovely meditation room. It had the candles, it had the waterfall, it had the music, it had the soft lighting. It was beautiful. So I went back home, and I went back home. I meditated. And I cried. And I cleansed myself of all that negative crap. And I forgave myself for not doing what I knew would be right for me. And I took a breath, and I felt the I am. And I stepped back into my power. And I stepped back into my divinity. And I knew from then that was always with me. I just needed to make sure that I tap in and that I stay still and that I listen. Still to this day, my intuition is very high. But y'all, there are times when I just don't listen. And it's okay. And it's okay. Why? Because then there's a message, there's a path, there's a way, there's a reason why I didn't listen. And I still get to the other side. I still get to whatever it is I need to know. It might be a longer path. It might be a little bit more painful, but that's okay. I get there. Because God is my help in every need. So what can we do when we go into that dark place, when we get into that spiral, when we're sinking, when we feel like we should go eat worms? What do? You can pray and meditate. You can go out in nature. That was one of Myrtle's favorite things to do, was to go out in nature, to be of and around and in spirit, in nature. You can read the Fillmore's literature. You can read any unity literature. It's got to be something that works for you, and it doesn't matter what it is. You can go out and work on a car or build a garage like my husband's doing. You can go out and do whatever your heart sings to, whatever that brings you home. Whatever brings you home. Because you are not that. negative place. You are not that negative feeling. You are not that. We know here that we are divine, that we are one, that we are love. So when you forget that, and when you see other people in unity forgetting that, tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, I love you. And I know you love yourself too. And remind them. That's what community is about. That's what connection. Connection's another way to find your way home. Connection is about reminding each other, hey, I'm not perfect. I know you're not perfect. Let's get together and tell each other how not perfect we are. No. Let's remind each other what we need to do to go home. Let's remind each other. Let's be there. Let's support. No matter what. No matter what your thinking is, no matter what your sides are, no matter anything, let's just be kind and loving. Let that be your mantra. Let's be kind and loving. Go home. Go home. If you find yourself in that place right now of being in that conflict, of being in that moment in time where you're spiraling and being of just pure desperateness, I urge you, I encourage you to find your way home, to step outside yourself, to go within. When you step outside, sometimes we go within, and that's service work. Do whatever you need to go home. I have found my way. I know the way. My search for home is already mapped. I am is the way written on my heart. Namaste. Right now, let's go ahead and take a moment to just relax, get comfortable in our chairs, and at home, wherever you're at, get comfortable. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. And let's all just take a deep breath in and out. As I relax in this time and space, as I listen to the beautiful music, as I feel the love surround me, the way opens up. The way back home is there. I see it, I know it, I feel it, I am. And if I ever forget, I can take a moment to just be still. To look at the trees, to look at the birds, to look at the sky, and feel the wonderment, to feel the energy and the liveliness of that pure moment in time. This too shall pass. We can always find our way back home. We are not separate. We are not alone. We are not lost. Those are old tapes that are playing. Those are old tapes that we no longer need in our head. And as the denial, they no longer have power over us. For I am the way. I am the truth. I am love. And now in this moment of silence, we feel that knowing. We feel that faith. We feel that joy. And we hear what we need to hear in the silence. Bringing back our awareness to the room that we're in. Feeling the powerful energy running through our bodies. Becoming yet aware of another moment in time. We open our eyes and we are grateful for everyone and everything in our life at this moment. For we are all love. Amen, and so it is. Walk of Abundance. This is a time where we go ahead and donate if we've been called, if we've been fed. If we want to have that energy come back to us tenfold, we give out. And in this time, we do need to keep that energy moving. We need to keep it moving so when we come back, we're already up and running. We're already powerful, just as we are right now. And so if you are at home, please go ahead and donate at unityomaha.org. Press on the donate button. And for those of you in service today, please, when you leave, go ahead and give your tithes and offerings to the chalice outside the doors. And everyone, please say with me, I connect with the home of my being and share the abundance of my life.
Making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I've come as a magician and an ordinary man to be a contribution and be part of a plan. There is no destination, the journey is the goal. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Now part of me's an artist and part of me's a fool. I have no map to guide me. There is no book of rules. The only thing that's certain is that joy will lead me home. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Now lurking in my shadow are things I must reclaim. I call them out into the light. name. Everyone's a mirror that helps to make me whole. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm part of God unfolding, and I trust and fully give. See, all that really matters is that while I live, my gifts are what is needed. The universe is home. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Here we go. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. The making of a soul. The making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul.
Okay, and so we go ahead and bless all the tithes and offerings that have blessed us and this community. And we send out that love and that energy, knowing that each and every person that it touches feels that, knows that, and is that. And so are we. And we thank everyone and everything that has contributed to every moment in time of this abundance for us. For we know that we are loved, and so are they. And so it is. Amen. And now, would you please join me for the prayer of protection? The light of God surrounds me.
I am that light.
The love of God enfolds me.
I am that love.
The power of God protects me.
I am that power.
The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. All is well. You are all love, and I love you.
All right, we're going to do Go Get It again. It's time for us to go get our blessings instead of waiting on somebody to bring it to us. We have been given the tools. We've been given the gifts that we need in order to provide for ourselves. And that is what God expects us to do. It's like you're looking through a telescope. You see where you're going to be. Growing, getting better. You're not the person they see. Can't be mad at the things you've been through, because they built your muscle. Now you're stronger than you've ever been. They can't stop your hustle.
Hey, your faith ain't never
Go get it. Go get your blessing. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing. It's your time. It's your time. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing. It's your time.